Hi everyone, welcome back to Creda. Today is August 21st, so Creda Day 21. What we're going to be doing is playing with some punched out butterflies. I've already did a little bit of pre-working. I just took that book I told you I got from the library. I punched those out in book print, I guess you could say. And then I took just some random scraps of paper and I punched out some color butterflies, and here those are. As well as I did use some pattern paper. I think this is Doodlebug. I think that's what it's called, this right here. Just polka dots. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get another scratch paper and I'm going to outline some of them for the edges so they have a little bit of dimension. But what I want to do is take like 3 of them, 3 different sheets of paper, and I took the brown because it's more nature, and lately I've been on a nature color kick, I guess you could say. And so what we're going to do is we're going to eventually have them all look like this. Excuse the noise, Nicholas thinks that it's lunch and breakfast, but it's not. I shouldn't even be out the bed, but obviously it's something on my mind. It's called going back to work. Yep. So this is how it should look at the end. It's going to be dimensional, and one wing will fold down like that. I can't even get it. And then it'll be up. Something like that. We'll see. But the reason why I want to get these, I want to make some random ephemera to put in packages, gift packages. So let's go ahead and get a scrap sheet of paper and I'll be right back. Okay, so what I want to do is see if these markers work. My little roommate had them and he was drawing on the furniture and himself with them. I picked these up from Ollie's last year, I believe, because it's not an Ollie's close by for me to go to. I would love for it to be an Ollie's close by. They have really good sales. It's like a discount store as well, but it's like a junk discount store. Like when you go in there, you're like, oh, this is a store. But after you shopped in there a few times, you're like, I love this store. Well, at least that was my experience when I first was introduced to Ollie's. I was like, what is this? And then it was like, oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I had stated about Ocean State job lots. That's kind of how Ollie's is. Because I got some really expensive yarn from there for like $3 before I knew that I didn't need to spend $3 for a skein of yarn. That's when I was first starting crocheting, and I was just, you know, randomly buying stuff, I guess you could say. I'm not too concerned that I'm coloring too much into the butterfly, as you can see. I just want the edges covered very well. You can't see that one because all of my hand is covering it. Excuse the noise if you hear any noise in the background. I am doing laundry still. Yesterday I cleaned out my refrigerator, threw out some junk, and I rearranged the freezer. And this morning when I woke up, it was cracked open. So sad. I'm not throwing any of the food out because it was still cold or refrigerated, but I'm just like, oh no, I don't know how that happened. My carelessness, but I don't know how that really happened. So I'm just coloring. I just pulled out a few random colors to play around with. I think he had this orange one, and I think these markers were $1 or $2 or something. But these are, I think they're called watercolors, or they're regular markers. I think these are watercolor markers. I'm not even sure how that works. but that's what they say. I have a watercolor pad that I picked up from Tuesday morning, and I want to really play around with it. I guess my concern is I'm not good at it. Like, I've seen a frugal crafter just draw and color with watercolor, and I'm like, that's so amazing. Whenever I do watercolor, it looks like that. Just like that. So I don't want to, you know, I don't know. I guess I do want to try it, but I'm just a big chicken when it comes. You know, I'm a chicken about a lot of stuff. Some things I refuse to try, and other things I'm like, I'll try it. Yeah, no problem. And I guess I'm just intimidated by actually trying to color something from scratch. But I know some people trace images onto watercolor or draw images onto watercolor paper and then they color them. I can draw crooked lines. That's about it. But I am able to look at things and try to mimic them. But I just, I'm not that great at it. And I don't want to do every craft there is in life. And I don't want to draw. That's not my goal in life. So I'm okay with that. I suppose I'm very, very much okay with not being able to draw and paint. Now I can trace pretty good. I didn't share with you what punch I'm using, but I will shortly. I just want to see if I can't screw this one up too much. And I did. It's okay. That kind of looks cute. But this is a quick project. You know, if you're trying to add some dimension to your creations without going to the big box store and buying it, you can whip out your punch. And we're only going to do one because that looks horrible. Horrible. So this is the punch I'm using. I guess it's a Marvy punch. All the punches that are big like this, I guess I always call them Marvy. And I got this from a thrift store for $1.50. I was so excited. I was like, yes, I found one. This store is going to be very promising to have crafts. Not so much. It kind of just, it's blah. So we're going to take this brown one, a pink one, and this orange colored. But we're going to put this orange color in the middle like that. And it's best to do assembly line, in my opinion, when you're working with these kinds of small pieces. Like if you're doing multiples or something, it's always best to do assembly line, in my opinion. It just makes more sense to create that. And I'm only going to do like 2, 3, maybe 4 on camera. And then you can decide on how you want to do whatever you want to do. But I want to get one dried, and I pulled out the Aztec glue. I haven't used it in a while, but I really like this glue a lot. It already has like a fine tip on there, but not super fine like Glossy X, not the Glossy X, the Art Glitter glue. I really have been contemplating getting that, but I want to, because I have so much other adhesive, I want to try to use that first. I am trying really hard. It's not working, but I'm trying really, really, really hard to not go out and buy stuff just because. I had already started practicing that, you know, the beginning of this year, like hauling things. I don't want to haul the haul. If I haul it, I definitely want to use it. Where some people, you know, that's what they do. They shop, and I used to be one of those people. I'm just going to sit this to the side and go on to the next one. But now I think I shop more with a purpose. I always still look at the clearance stuff. I always still look at you know, the latest thing that they're selling, but when I walk out the store is, do I have it? So I think I have pretty good willpower when it comes to going to a store and not buying anything. Just because you walk in a store doesn't mean you have to buy stuff unless you really, really want it. And then if you really want it, no one's going to stop you. You're going to do it no matter what. That's my philosophy, at least. So just because you know, you tell your husband, I'm not going to buy anything. And he's like, okay. You walk out the store with 10 bags of stuff. And he's like, I thought you weren't going to buy anything. You're like, well, they had a sale. Like if you go into the store looking for something and they don't have it, do you automatically feel the urge to buy something else in this replacement, to replace that because they didn't have what you wanted to get? Or do you just move on? I can say I'm guilty of both. I have bought stuff because they didn't have what I was looking for, so I just grabbed stuff. And then I walked in the store, spent 20-30 minutes in the store, only to walk out the store with nothing. I went to, I remember the store, and I had put a few things in the cart, but when I got ready to leave, my cart was empty, and I was just like, I don't need it. But you know, when you're in the store, you can have a cart full of stuff, I guess. And then when you're to walk out, you know, you have to make that decision. Do you really want all of this? And I think for me, storage has become a major issue because I am moving. I don't want to keep boxing up boxes and boxes of stuff. Now, if I do see a good deal now, a good deal is totally different than not buying something. And a good deal for me is something that normally costs $10. You get it for like $2. If you can use it. Because if not, all you're really doing is changing the location of storage from the store to your house. So we did 4, and we probably could do more, but I don't want to ramble anymore. I think I'm going to go lay back down. I'm not feeling my greatest lately. Yep, I have a few hours before I need to be up and getting dressed, myself and my little roommate dressed. So now I'm just going to turn these back over, the ones that I did flip down. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this and fold these up and out. And now we have some little embellishment you can put on your projects. And if you want to get fancy, of course you can put some rhinestones on here, make it fancier than what it really is already, because this is pretty fancy. I mean, I took 3 sheets of paper and punched them into butterflies and glued it together. You don't get any fancier than that. But you can definitely take rhinestones and pretty it up some. And you know, butterflies are different colors, which is awesome. Nature's so amazing like that. Uh-oh, that's tore. That paper, that book paper is really thin. It's a thin book, so you know, if you use book paper, just be careful. See, it's not even sticking properly, so we're just gonna put that one to the side and let it glue some. Let's see if this one will hold up to the test. Got 1, 2, yay. Let's do this side now. I try not to manipulate the paper a lot whenever I have thin paper or whatever, because you know, it ends up tearing and then the project is ruined. And even though it's just paper, you spend a lot of time working on that paper. Alrighty. I think I put a little bit of extra glue on this wing, which is fine. Not all of them are gonna be super perfect. No worries, nothing to lose sleep over. Here we go. And you know, you can put more than 3 on whenever you create yours if you do decide to create yours. I just did 3 because I think 3 is pretty good. But we can go for 4 right quick because this one is not working properly. I think it still needs to dry some. So we're going to do this one. We'll do 4. And we'll do 4 with regular paper. This is when double-sided paper is very handy, or solid colors are very handy to use. Because you don't have to worry about getting a good side or the pretty side or any of that. And it kind of looks like the butterfly is definitely in motion the more dimension you add on to your project. It looks like it's flying. Yesterday we went to the birthday party. We were leaving the house and now there's a worm on the side of the street. You know, it's been raining here. And, excuse me, on the sidewalk, not the side of the street. And I told my baby, I said, look, it's a worm. And he was like, worm? Worm? I was like, yep, a worm. I love that he learns new things. Of course, right? Who doesn't love when people learn new things? But when it's a child, not even your child, but you know, like a child that learns new things, or a person that learns new things, you can see like the light bulb or going off in their head or whatever. And it's just so amazing to do that. I love when I have those moments of wow, because it happens to me when people show me things, when I learn things. Come on, glue, get it together. It's not sticking. It's okay. I'm gonna just work through it. All right, so here we are with 4, and that will do it for Creda today. It was a quick, simple little project that I probably could have did in 5 minutes, yet I've taken up almost 20 minutes to do. And I thought I was being smart by punching out the pages first, the butterflies first. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna fiddle with that because it's driving me crazy. But this is how it looks, and if you really want to get fancier than what we already are, you could definitely take this and make it like a small book. And some of you probably have larger butterfly punches. I know Martha Stewart has a larger butterfly punch. Dies, solid die butterflies, definitely things that you could do with. So like you see right here, you could just put little writing on there. If you were giving this in like a pocket letter or something, even a flip book. Just something to think about, different than normal. I haven't seen anyone do that, but that would be cute. Bling it all out, rhinestone it, and write some stuff on there. That would be cute. You could definitely ink the edges up, distress them, you know, do whatever. But this is what we've created today. Some little paper butterflies to go on your craft projects in various colors. You can do whatever color you like. Again, I just chose those because I like those colors for butterflies, I guess. I want to say thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. Happy crafting. Happy Creda.